Hi, I'm Stuart from HITZone, and we've got another one of our member success interviews tonight. I've got Kayleigh with me tonight, who has been a member with us here at HITZone Telford for 9 months now. And we just want to talk today about what she's achieved, how she's achieved it, maybe some advice she's got for others. But firstly, hi, Kayleigh, how are you?
Hi, Stuart. I'm okay, thanks.
Good, good. So, yeah, you've been a member with us nine months. And first question I guess I would have for you is, I guess, what kind of things, what problems were you suffering with? Where were you at before you knew about HITZone, before you joined HITZone? Where were things at for you with your health and well-being and that kind of stuff?
Well, I was first off, I was suffering from depression, so it's really took a big impact generally altogether on my mental and physical side. Um, so, and I just literally health-wise, it wasn't really too good. Couldn't run around with the kids without feeling tired, and I said just low self-esteem. It was more the lack of energy, and there was no self-confidence or anything like that was really struggling with eating. I've never really been a proper eater, so they all took a big impact.
And you were, because you before that had all kind of happened, you were pretty active because you were in the forces, weren't you? So you were pretty
Yeah,
active, pretty fit, and then that had gone kind of lost a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. I'd been in the forces, so it's sort of gone. I've gone from a high down to a low sort of
Yeah.
section. So
And then what was it that made you think? Obviously, you decided, right, I want to make this change. I want to improve myself. I want to be fitter, healthier, mentally and physically. And what was it that attracted you to HITZone particularly? What was it that made you reach out and speak to us?
I'd seen the advertisement for HITZone on Facebook a few times. I'd gone on to the actual HITZone Facebook page, had a look to see what it was about. But I knew mentally, I just physically wasn't ready to take the complete commitment to it.
Yeah,
It was more, I think if I took the commitment, it took the jump and gone to, I don't think I would have been able to commit as much as I really would have wanted to and put the effort in. Just about 3-4 times I kept going on and kept looking. And each time I was going on, I was getting closer and closer to actually committing.
hmm
And then obviously, like we say, in June, I was like, I'm completely ready. So
yeah.
just took the big plunge.
And what fears did you have about HITZone? Kind of, I'll just briefly say what we do here at HITZone with new people and people that are interested. So you reached out through Facebook to us. We had that brief chat on the phone, and then you come in, see us, go through things in more detail, make sure it's the right fit for you. And at that point, if it is, and it's something you want to do, then we would get you booked into your sessions and in the in the kind of community. But what fears or worries did you have before maybe you stepped inside the studio for the first time, or before you did your first session? What were the fears? What was there to worry you?
Generally, I was nervous, and that was the same for everybody. It was a big step because I was going down by myself, and no, you don't really know anybody. But it was more the uncertainty. I don't want to go in and I don't want to feel out of place. I don't want to feel as if I'm being judged or literally anything like that. But the moment I sort of stepped into the studio, it was literally as everybody was so friendly and welcoming. And I felt
Yeah,
as if, with even only being in there a couple of seconds, I felt as if everybody had known me and I'd been there months already
yeah,
within the first few minutes of being there.
and you do the morning sessions often, sometimes the weekends, but mainly the morning sessions. So whilst you don't always have the same group of people, you've kind of got that group of after the school run, a lot of like mums and parents and people maybe who are in a lot of ways similar to you, but obviously everyone's got their own different goals. And what's been particularly interesting and exciting for me about your journey, which we've worked really closely on
Yeah.
across mindset and things, is how you've managed to channel your determination, even if you weren't quite sure how to get the result you wanted, to take that determination, whether it was weight loss, which some of it's been, your running, even conquering a fear of heights or getting rid of fear of heights, and even now a fear of being on camera. But what's
Yeah.
been really interesting for me, and maybe if you want to talk about how what you've done mentally to tackle these, is you've very methodically set a goal, hit it, set another goal, hit it, and we've worked together on that. But what is it that goes through your mind, and how do you how do you get yourself into these places where you're conquering goals that are, like, I saw you physically shaking at the top of the
Yeah.
Fear of Heights thing. And what is it
Yeah.
what do you do mentally to approach these? Because it will help a lot of people maybe who are feeling a lack of confidence to go, well, this is what kind of Kayleigh, who's an ordinary mum, etc., just an ordinary person, has managed to do some really amazing things.
Yeah, but what it is I don't set a goal that's too big to achieve. I've started off with little goals that's so simple and that's so basic, and the moment you achieve that, you just, it just fills you with so much confidence, and you're happy because you've done that. So I set myself another goal that pushes myself that little bit more, and I'm like, do you know what? I had this goal, which was last time, like the wall climbing.
Yeah.
Completely terrified. Joe broke down crying.
I've never seen anyone so scared as when you were at the bottom of that, but you did it. Like you
Do you know what I
none
mean?
of us
So I was
doubted
like,
you would.
do you know what I mean? Take one step at a time. Let's get it done. Just baby steps, simple baby steps. Work your way up. The more that you achieve, just the outcome and the achievement and the reward from doing everything just builds your confidence up so much. It was just like, right, I can do this. I've got the harness on. That's my first step. Take a walk around, have a look around. Everyone else is doing it. It's fun. It's achievable. And literally, it just getting yourself in that mindset of, do you know what? I can do this. It's me just mentally, do you know what I mean? Putting
Yeah.
blocks the way that I can't do it. You can do
So those
it.
little small steps,
And
one by
it's
one by
just
one.
literally hurdle and barriers. I can do this. All I've got to do is this. Yeah, at the time you're trying to do nothing else, but once you've done it, that's it. It's an achievement. You go on cloud nine.
Yeah.
You're through the roof.
And what you've done as well, and we featured you on our Transformation Tuesday pictures a few times. So, kind of your physical results have been outstanding. What would you say is in the last 9 months is the best result for you from the work you've been doing at HITZone and outside of HITZone as well? I know you've done a lot of stuff around getting eating improved, getting your mental health improved, with and without us at HITZone. But what would you say is the biggest, like the result that you're most proud of so far?
My biggest result I'm most proud of is got to be my mental health.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for my mental health being where I am now, I just wouldn't be able to achieve anything that I have done. Eating, I mean, doing my running, I wouldn't physically be able to do any of it. Nothing at all. I wouldn't be able to achieve what I have done.
And that kind of brings me on to the next point, which obviously we're in the situation we're 3 weeks into the kind of lockdown, the isolation, the phase, and you know, you've got the challenges of having an at-risk child and homeschooling the children. You know, you've got 3 young children who are well, that's one of the questions I was going to ask about how well they fitted into HITZone, the 3 of them, but also how have you found transitioning to maybe not being able to see everybody physically, but what we've been doing, which you've been a huge part of in the group, almost virtual HITZone or online HITZone? How have you found that?
I found it quite difficult because before joining HITZone, I sort of kept to myself. So I sort of isolated myself. So to join HITZone was a big challenge, and it's sort of giving my social life back. And then to go onto the lockdown, I felt as if I was taking a step backwards. I was going backwards to where I was, as in being at home. But I was like, I'm not going to let it defeat me. I've got, do you know what I mean? Everybody from HITZone, they're not friends, it's family. It's family. So I was like, it's been difficult trying to do the homeschool and everything else, trying to get into a new routine, trying to do the HITZone workouts with the kids at home.
Yeah.
It has been difficult, but I've got there this week, and it's just.
I feel like I've seen the children almost every day with different things, with the quizzes and the coffee mornings. And one of the things I must say has been really impressive, and it's something that that you've done. It doesn't surprise me that you've done, but you've done it all the way through your journey with HITZone, and you've done it this week or last week and over the time we've been in isolation, is when you realized you were struggling a little bit. It wasn't a major struggle, but you were struggling a little bit. You had a few bits wrong. You immediately reached out, booked an online appointment kind of thing, a call with me. We went through what the blocks were, put a little plan in place, and without fail, every day since we put that plan in place, the things that we've set up, the priorities that you want to hit that day, the exercises that you want to hit that day, that's just been done, and that's really impressive. And what that kind of brings me on to is my last question for you, really, which one of the things you've done as well is brought a friend into HITZone. Gemma, you've brought your mum into HITZone, who are now part of a family as well. And you're always able and willing, which is a credit to you, to reach out to people, help them if someone's having a challenge. Maybe it might be a small one, it might be a big one. You're always willing to help. And I guess the question is, if you were able to talk to someone who is in exactly the situation you were 12 to 9 months ago, feeling how you were feeling, low self-esteem, depressed, maybe isolated, and just really struggling physically and mentally, what's the one bit of advice? And even if it's not join HITZone, what's the one bit of advice you'd give them to say how they can make that first step? Because there'll be someone watching this at some point who will really relate to exactly where you were, and a couple of words from you will help them move forward. So what would you say is your one bit of advice for someone in your situation?
I would say build yourself up. Make sure that you are really in the right frame of mind, because it is hard working. It is hard working, but it's fun. Do you know what I mean? It really is fun, and everyone's so welcoming. Take them little baby steps. Make it a goal to work towards. Even if you say, well, okay, I'm just gonna see how I go each day, and you'll know when you're ready. And when you're ready, do you know what I mean? Take the plunge and do it. It's going to be the best thing that you have ever done. You'll look back, do you know what I mean, like I have 9 months down the line, and think, really, was that where I was, and this is where I am now? To achieve so much. There's so much of an opportunity with HITZone. There really is.
Well, thank you for saying that, and well, thank you very much for joining me on the call, and for telling people, yeah, really a journey that you should and are, and rightly so, very, very proud of. And what we'll probably do is check in maybe in another 3 or 6 months, do another one of these, see where your progress is at hopefully post isolation. Hopefully we're all out of isolation by then, and maybe even try and get your mum on one of the calls. But we'll do baby steps of that one as well. But I really appreciate you coming on here, and thank you very much for your time and for saying those things.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thanks a lot. Bye, everybody. If you've got any questions or comments for Kayleigh and myself, any help you want, any advice, any support, just drop them in the comments below, and we would both get back to you. But thank you very much. Have a lovely evening.